better beginning. Yes, looking back on it now, I know I could have done better. Next morning, and found I'd slept in, and I was going to be late for school. Little did I realize that I would meet her on the path.
Well, if it isn't Miss Smith.
I'm sorry, Rebecca, I'm late for school.
Maybe that's for the best.
What's that supposed to mean?
If I were you, I'd pack my bags for Ogilvy.
But
have a good last day, Miss Smith.
You know, there's a way that you could put a stop to this. How? Well, if you would just get up and do something that might cost you your election.
I don't understand. What do you mean?
What I mean is...
But given the stories floating around town about me, about all the things I was supposed to have done, there was a certain tension in the air. Still, the children deserved their moment in the spotlight. So I did my best to put on a happy face as I started the program.
To what I have to say, so I'm gonna put my affections elsewhere. Goodbye.
So I think we're going to have the 50-50 draw in there, if they are done. I think I see some people in there with money and tickets and all these kinds of things. Yep. So while they're coming out here, I'll just discuss a bit about the museum. So the museum, we've had a bit of a challenging year, if we're honest with you. We haven't been able to be open as we would like to be all the time. But we do have some other projects. As you see the train over there, we had built by WMCI Shops class, built us a children's train that we've been working on, that we've had here available for children. The driver is usually not here, but as a special guest today he came out. You have a different driver generally with their driver's license. So if Linda Otto has tickets.
We need somebody to come and pick a ticket.
Adrian, would you like to draw?
Sure. Linda Foxon.
Linda Foxon won the 50-50. I don't see her around anywhere, so we'll give her a call.
And
So
it's for $197.
$197 she won in the 50-50. So all this money goes to the work of the museum. And today we're just doing a little bit benefit for the museum. So thank you all for coming out. We enjoyed seeing your faces.
Shingling Max Shack.
What's that?
I say Shingling Max Shack.
Shingling Max Shack. Yes, I shouldn't forget that. That's something we did this year. Those shingles were getting pretty rotten. So Art Pierce and Margaret did some pretty good work on that, shingling that and painting it up and fixing it up. So we really appreciate that. It helps to keep these artifacts preserved for future generations. And Mac's Shack, well, I'm thinking about that. When I came to Gladstone, I was wondering, what is that shack? What is Mac's Shack anyways? And what is it all about? And apparently, that shack used to be downtown, and there was a gentleman sitting in there, and he had a sign. The sign is actually in the window if you want to go look at it. And when the train would come along, he would come out with his sign and he would stop traffic. So that's what that...
By the Paris Cafe.
By the Paris Cafe. So I wasn't around at that time, as you may be surprised to hear that. Yeah, right by the hotel at Paris Cafe. So we got that fixed up, and hopefully in the future we'll be able to work on different things and improve things. And one thing we could use is some extra board members and things like that. So if you all sit and think, if you're the kind of person who's interested in the history of Gladstone and all these kind of stories like we were talking about today, then feel free to talk to one of us and we'd be happy to set you up. Most of us are pretty easygoing, so it's okay.